President Hage Geingob has arrived in New York, United States of America, to join other heads of state and governments at the United Nations 76th General Assembly. This year's UN General Assembly is being held under the theme Building Resilience Through Hope to Recover from COVID-19, Rebuild Sustainability, Respond to the Needs of the Planet, Respect the Rights of People, and Revitalize the United Nations. Our State House correspondent, Blanche Goreses, now joins me via Skype from New York. Good evening to you, Blanche. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good evening, Roche.
Well, Blanche, the General Assembly will start on the 21st until the 30th of this month. What does the program hold for the next 2 weeks?
Well, the president's program every single time when he comes here, apart from just giving a statement during the debates at the UN General Assembly, he incorporates with side meetings, and these side meetings are mostly about businesses, and especially when it comes to investments that Namibia has prioritized in this case for this year, particularly, as I can tell from the ministers that he selected to, and also colleagues from the Investment Promotion Board. I can tell that the green hydrogen energy investments thereof, as you know, that government recently launched the request for proposal. So the side meetings of the head of state is being dominated by that, apart now from the UNGA debate. But then again, before the debate starts on Tuesday, Roche, tomorrow the head of state will participate in the UN Food Systems Summit, as well as the COVID Summit, where he's expected to make Namibia's case known when it comes to vaccine, the distribution thereof. You know, Roche, Namibia is one of those countries that has been loud, that has been clear on the vaccine apartheid, as Dr. Geingob calls it, stating that developing countries, or the least developed countries, are being less prioritized by those who are manufacturing the vaccines, even though they are prepared to pay, and some of them have been paying. I mean, in the case of Namibia, for how long did we wait for the COVAX facility to dispatch the first batch of the vaccines to Namibia? So I'm sure the president will take that debate or incorporate also that issue during the COVID summit that is now tomorrow, ahead of the UNGA debate on Tuesday.
Well, Blanche, COVID-19, as expected, climate change and recent events in Afghanistan are expected to dominate the discussions. Can you fill us in on some of the other issues to be discussed?
Roche, the current UN Secretary General is quite vocal about the SDGs and the lack thereof, or the lack of political will by some UN member states to implement that. And I'm sure that these are also issues that will be discussed to cross-check or double-check how the UN member states are doing in terms of domesticating the SDGs and implementing the SDGs accordingly. And for this year, the UN Secretary General has outlined the fact that tackling poverty, inequality, and also the human rights issues, heal geopolitical rifts, and to reverse the war, or the destruction of the war and everything else. Those are some of the priorities that the UN General Secretary has also put to the table, and will form part of the discussions alongside what you said, COVID-19 and the happenings in Afghanistan.
Well, Blanche, we'd like to thank you so much for taking the time. Of course, we'll be filled in by you during regular updates during the course of the next 2 weeks. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And that, of course, was our state correspondent, Blanche Goreses, joining us live from New York.